Hi guys! Today we're going to be comparing and contrasting animal life in the wild versus animal life in captivity. We all know that animals can live in many different places. Sometimes they live in the wild or wilderness. Living in the wild means that the animal is living in the natural environment. Sometimes they live in captivity. If an animal is in captivity, that means that they are being held captive in an enclosed space or area. This could be in a zoo, in a circus, on a farm, or even in your home. Animal life in the wild versus animal life in captivity. Let's start with the similarities. What do these two environments have in common? Animals live both in the wild and in captivity. This is something that both environments or places have in common. If the animal is living there, that also means that both places must be meeting the animal's basic needs. An animal's most basic needs are food, water, and shelter. Let's take a look at some differences. In the wild, animals are free to make their own choices. They have to find their own food, their own water, and their own shelter. Some animals live on their own, but lots of animals live in large groups or families. In the wild, animals live in their natural environment. In captivity, animals are not free to make their own choices. They are dependent on people to provide them with everything they need. Some places, like good zoos, reservations, and sanctuaries, give animals a good amount of space to roam. Having large habitats that resemble the animal's natural environment is good, but it is still not the same as an animal being in the wild. Other places, like circuses or animal encounters, don't give the animal as much space. Animals may be put on display or taught how to do tricks. These animals may be cute and are sometimes well taken care of, but they often suffer abuse and psychological distress due to this unnatural environment. Animals living in captivity also often live in smaller groups than they would in the wild. Sometimes they can even live alone. So, to summarize, there are many similarities and differences between animal life in the wild and animal life in captivity. Both the wild and captivity have the resources to meet the animal's basic needs: food, water, and shelter. The largest difference is that in the wild, animals must find these resources on their own. In captivity, the animals are dependent on people to provide them with adequate food, water, and shelter.